Downtown car parks are used routinely in Nashville for talent spotting, and the Tammy Wynette theme song is a regular number. But it's increasingly unpopular among women here who believe they've paid too high a price for standing by their man.
All right, let's hear it for Morgan.
If there was any way to abuse me, he did it.
I believe that.
I called the police numerous times. They'd tell me go on in the house. You know,
Neighborhood groups have been set up to help the battered women of Tennessee. Renee has joined one which meets weekly to exchange experiences and lend mutual support.
I better know where my place was. I belonged to him. He was entitled to do anything he wanted to me. My body was his body. You know, it was all his.
The abuse went on for over 10 years.
My son and I were playing on a bed and broke a mirror. He knocked the door down, grabbed the mirror, and slit me across my face, and then stabbed me in the breast, and locked me in the bathroom and wouldn't let me out. I had to stay at home inside for 2 days so that nobody could tell.
The majority of attacks on women like Renee come from husbands and boyfriends, and most of the injuries are to the face and head. But in America, there's never been free medical help for facial scars or bashed-out teeth until now. Cynthia Gregg is one of 300 cosmetic surgeons who've signed up to the Face-to-Face program, offering free plastic surgery for the victims of domestic violence.
Yes, it's about 10 and a half years old.
Okay. And when it occurred, did you have anybody, you know?
I know.
You didn't see anybody?
He wouldn't let me go to a doctor.
Okay. So it just healed on its own?
Yeah, it was from my ear to here.
Okay. Well, we'll go to another room. Okay. We'll go right down here. A disappointing facet of medicine today is all the tremendous paperwork and red tape that's involved with taking care of patients in our society. And this project, or the Face-to-Face project, allows me almost to get back to the real art and spirit of medicine, you know, which is helping someone who needs help and offering my services to someone who may not be able to have access to it any other way. Okay. Then turn back.
But there are conditions. Cynthia tells Renee that she can help her, but she must go to further counseling sessions before she's considered ready. Battered women in America leave and then return to their abusers on average 7 times, and the professionals don't intend to waste unpaid time, only to find that their work is undone when the patient returns to the abuser.
So this here shows the scar as it is now, and here it is with the improvement.
Yes, I would really like that.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what we'll shoot for. Okay.
The crime of domestic violence accounts for 1/3 of all murders in the area, but new laws introduced to combat it are revolutionary. Presented with a clear case, the police now pursue what they call a no-drop policy. They prosecute whether or not the intimidated victim wants to pursue the case. Teresa is no stranger to abuse. She now works as a legal advocate and makes it her job to know everyone who counts in this Nashville suburb, especially those who can help her help local women.
Yeah, this is Teresa White with Homestay.
There were 30 calls left on Teresa's answer phone last night alone, and her day is spent liaising with the police, arranging counseling, and snatching women from danger where necessary.
Okay, I drive a white car. We will go from there, and I will take you somewhere safe. Your greatest level of danger is when you leave. So be very, very clear about what you need to bring so that you don't have to think about going back.
To work one-on-one, especially with the women, to be able to say that I understand, I've been through it, this is what I did, you know, I want them to know that I've been there, I've done that, and that's what makes me real good at what I do. I can say I have been through it and I survived. I am living.
Teresa had to help her own daughter Tiffany escape an abusive relationship when she was 15 and had just given birth to baby Jocelyn. Now the 4 generations prefer to live in an all-female environment. Teresa herself had been abused over 12 years by 2 partners, and she's now on call to any neighbor who feels similarly threatened.
Have a good day, sweetie. Call me. I've fixed everything that I can fix. I've raised my children. I've dealt with the batters. They don't bother me anymore. I'm not afraid.
Teresa has just one more thing she wants to fix.
As long as the injuries are still there, as long as I can't breathe, as long as I look in the mirror and my nose is still broken, I still feel like I am a battered woman, that I'm still battered. Once the surgery is done, then I will be a formerly battered woman, and I can put closure on this whole situation, everything that I've been through for the past 20 years. I can close this, and I can finally start working on having a new life. It's like putting icing on the cake.
It costs tens of thousands of dollars to get a facelift or a nose job at the Atrium Plastic Surgery Clinic in Nashville. Teresa gets a 6-hour operation for free from Dr. Cynthia Gregg.
As a result of Teresa's battering, she suffered a broken nose. And as you can see on these photographs here, her nose is crooked. It deviates to her right side. And this view shows how her tip is crooked and slants to her right. What you can't see on these pictures is the septum, which is the cartilage inside her nose, is crooked as well. Her main concern is not only the external deviation and deformity of her nose, but mainly she can't breathe very well. Teresa, these marks I'm making, of course, are the incisions that we're going to use, and the scar is going to be hidden behind the hair, which is why the marks are in the hair.
Teresa's the 5th woman to be operated on by Dr. Gregg. Nearly 700 women in America have gone through the face-to-face program. All 5 female members of the theater team are giving their time for free. When you start talking to people about domestic violence in Nashville, it soon appears that everyone you meet has had some experience of it. One of the nursing team here told me she too had been a victim and welcomes the chance to help women like Teresa.
If she's asleep, would you rather have a 25? A longer 27.
These physical scars act as a reminder to these individuals, and any mild correction and improvement, even in a simple scar revision for them, can result in a dramatic improvement in their outlook on life, and improves their self-esteem, and improves their self-confidence, and I think it really helps them rebuild their life.
For each battered woman who qualifies for the free medical treatment, it's a chance to try and forget and to start again.
I'm finally getting it back together, and I'm going on with my life to give me back my dignity, to take away the scars that he said would never be taken away. He said that this would always be his mark on me. I would carry that, and it won't be there, and I won't have to carry that burden. I will be me again.